look so excited. Oh no, one of them has fallen down. Poor thing. John, is the squirrel dead? No, it's not. It's still breathing.
How does John know that the squirrel is still breathing? Look at the squirrel carefully. There is a little movement in the squirrel's chest. The squirrel's chest is moving in and out. This shows that the squirrel is breathing. Like humans, animals breathe too. All animals breathe. All animals do not use the same breathing organ to breathe. Let's look at these animals. How do these animals breathe? What are their breathing organs? Do they use the same organs to breathe? Click on each animal to find out.
Let's study the monkey and how it breathes. A monkey lives on land. As a monkey breathes, the air enters its body through its nose and mouth. The air goes through the trachea and finally into the lungs. A monkey uses its lungs to breathe. The lungs are the monkey's breathing organ. Now, let's see how a bird breathes. A bird's breathing organ is like a monkey's. As a bird breathes, the air enters its nose. Then it goes through the trachea and finally into the lungs. A bird uses its lungs to breathe. The lungs are the bird's breathing organ.
Look at this fish carefully. A fish lives in water. A fish uses its gills to breathe in the water. This is the gill cover. These are the gills of the fish. A fish takes water in through its mouth. It passes the water over the gills where oxygen is taken in. If a fish is taken out of water, it may die.
We have learned how fish, birds, and monkeys breathe. How about other animals like frogs, crabs, and grasshoppers? How do these animals breathe? What are the organs they use to breathe? Do they use lungs or gills to breathe? Click on each animal to find out.
How does a grasshopper breathe? A grasshopper breathes through trachea structures in its abdomen. Air enters the grasshopper's body through the trachea structures. From here, the air goes to all parts of the body. How about other insects? Do they breathe through their trachea structures as well? Think about it.
Some crabs can live in water and on land. Their bodies are covered with thick, hard shells. Can you guess how a crab breathes? A crab breathes through its book lungs.
Let's see how a frog breathes. A tadpole uses gills to breathe. A frog uses its lungs and moist skin to breathe. When it breathes, it takes in air through its nose to the lungs. The frog also absorbs the air through its moist skin. These are the reasons why some frogs can live both in water and on land.
We have learned how fish, monkeys, birds, frogs, crabs, and grasshoppers breathe. The fish uses its gills to breathe. The monkey and the bird use their lungs to breathe. The frog breathes through its lungs and moist skin. The crab breathes through its book lungs. The grasshopper breathes through its trachea structures. Animals do not use the same organs to breathe.
Catch a grasshopper or a dragonfly. Put it into a glass container covered with a piece of paper or a plastic wrapper. Make some small holes on it. This is to make sure the insect has enough air to breathe. Study the insect carefully. Look at its abdomen. You can use a magnifying glass to see it better. Can you see the small openings on the abdomen? Draw what you see in your exercise book. Release the insect after this activity.
What is the breathing organ of a rabbit? Click on the correct answer.
Wonderful!
A rabbit breathes through its lungs.
What is the breathing organ of a grasshopper? Click on the correct answer.
Good job!
A grasshopper breathes through its trachea structures in its abdomen.
Which of the following statements is true? Click on the correct statement.
Excellent!
A frog breathes through its moist skin and lungs. Which of the following statements is true? Click on the correct statement.
Great!
A grasshopper breathes through its trachea structures. All animals breathe. The fish uses its gills to breathe. The monkey and the bird use their lungs to breathe. They can only live on land. The frog breathes through its lungs and moist skin. Some crabs can live both in water and on land. They use their book lungs to breathe. The grasshopper breathes through its trachea structures in its abdomen. Animals do not use the same breathing organs to breathe. This is a garden snail. A garden snail breathes with its lungs. A garden snail breathes in air through a small hole on its body. This is called a respiratory pore. The lungs are connected to this respiratory pore. What about other animals like spiders, earthworms, clams, and squids? How do these animals breathe? Find out.